Hey everyone, this podcast is coming to you from the Psychic Dolphin Garage. You can support this show and our larger efforts to build a leftist community through podcasting and other projects over at patreon.com/Psychic Dolphin Garage. That's patreon.com/PSYCHICDOLPHIN Garage, which is spelled how it sounds.
Breaking news, everyone. An Australian High Court,
Oh, Perth is Australia.
yeah, Perth is Australia, has decided memes not illegal.
I was really worried when we were going to be talking about Perth, Australia. It was going to be some like Perth of a nation.
Oh,
Jesus.
Kind of bullshit,
no.
but
That's- oh,
thank
boy.
God. So what's happened though with memes? Memes are cool now.
Memes are
over
officially
there?
cool. Legally speaking, memes, we have the go-ahead as a species. Thanks to this one court in Australia.
Cobra Commander has said that memes are all right in his book.
Yeah.
so-
Yep.
Perth, Australia is Perth 2. The original is in Scotland. But it is, fine on its own, much the way that the meme that in question in this court case was a copy of the Hitler meme, which an employee who worked at the BP oil refinery made, and he posted to an employee Facebook group, and BP fired him on the basis of distributing material which was highly offensive and inappropriate.
I mean, it just really seems, by the way, that like if your company, if your organization, if whatever has a Facebook group, just know it's a fucking trap.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't post
Like-
in that.
Oh man, I can't wait to share this raunchy joke with my boss. What do you mean Deborah from HR is on my ass?
Yeah, this cutting edge Hitler screaming room meme or whatever the fucking meme format's called.
God.
Okay, so yeah, a little context.
Screaming room.
Hitler screaming room meme, that scene in the
Yeah.
room where Hitler shows up.
I did not kill them. I did not.
Yeah, so essentially, it was like a satirical video posted like to more or less mock BP management. Yeah, I mean, you all know the Hitler screaming meme, right? I don't have to explain
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, and basically like
And our audience should now too. Otherwise, just scrub ahead to
yeah,
you know,
please
after we get
like
through our introduction.
go back to 2009, go to know your meme, and then come back to this episode. But yeah, like even the article says the downfall meme format is enormously popular online if dated, with analysis by Meme Encyclopedia Know Your Meme showing interest peaked around 2010. Like, so it's not even like this guy was fired over like a hot meme, It wasn't fucking.
Democrats still had a 2/3 majority during the Obama administration.
I still had some serotonin left in my brain. Like it was a different time.
and the edit that the gentleman had made was making fun of BP. It compared the position BP had reached in the enterprise bargaining process to the situation confronting Hitler and the Nazi regime in April 1945. Apparently, this is basically, hey, are employees allowed to take the piss out of their bosses? And as the Australian Workers Union secretary said, Australian workers have always been able to take the piss out of their bosses and with their colleagues in their own time. For BP management to spend so much time arguing otherwise reveals real arrogance.
Yeah, 8 hours to work, 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to post shit about your bosses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's suddenly bad that we're calling people Nazis when it's our bosses.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not like BP's responsible for like anything heinous ever either.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Good thing we live in America and something like this could never happen here. Workers being
Mhm.
silenced.
Or BP doing anything horrible.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Spill that tea and or massive oil.
Texas tea, if you will.
Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Hey everyone, I'm Kelton,
And I'm Zach.
I'm Bo.
And I'm Dennis.
and welcome to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. How's it going, fellas?
At least 75% of the podcast is all stuck in the same thunderstorm right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the thing that I think unites us at this
Mhm.
moment.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to have...
We can all hide under thunder blankets while Dennis is out gallivanting around on a beach in California.
Yeah,
Getting shot.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure an earthquake will happen just in any moment.
What if the Earth just split open like a gaping maw, and then swallowed all of the people at the beach? Would we consider that an act of God?
mean-
like that would make me believe again.
I think if it happened at like a fucking Ben and Jerry's in, I don't know, Sandusky, Ohio or something, just like an absolute fucking nowhere where there's people going out specifically without masks to just, prove whatever asinine point, and then being swallowed by the earth, I think that'd be it.
See, but they have sinkholes out there because of like fracking or manufacturing companies dumping chemicals just into caves. I don't know how you dump chemicals in Ohio.
Just into caves, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All those famous Ohio caves.
The famous Ohio caves.
there's probably a couple.
Is that not? Where's the Mammoth Caverns?
I have no fucking clue.
That's Kentucky. The Mammoth Caverns is a national park in Kentucky. That's close to Ohio.
It's just one of those
Sure.
fucking Skyrim caves where it like kind of circles around to the entrance, and that's how they do it more efficiently. They just dump everything in there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can put it in both spots,
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah.
fills up. There you go, Ohio, notable state that's exactly like Skyrim.
Yeah, there's treasure at the end of the
Yeah.
tunnel and also a shout.
If you have that canvas Skyrim map from the special
pre-order?
box edition,
Yeah.
and you hang it on your wall correctly, it actually looks just like Ohio.
It's just Ohio.
Yeah, and if you overlay it, you can see it basically marks out the underground tunnels that run through Ohio.
I can't believe Todd has gotten away
yeah,
with it again.
The United States is Tamriel.
Yeah, and he's just doing one state at a time. He's exposing the Q-spiracy.
The Q-spiracy.
How do they say it? The Q-spiracy. He's Q, and he's marking out the tunnels that they use to take children across the U.S.
There you go.
I think that's what it is. I think all the fucking meemaws and peepaws who are getting all their news from email forward chains and think that QAnon is like the thing, right? They've got just like one thing wrong. It's not Donald Trump who's like the guy on the inside fighting the good fight or whatever. It's Todd goddamn Howard. Yeah, and Fallout 76 is a big part of this. Anyway, this is a whole.
Oh God, yeah, he predicts coronavirus. Yeah,
Save your
anyways,
Q stuff for later. Jesus.
Yeah,
God, we've
yeah.
been stuck in quarantine for so long.
Yeah, so what are we doing this weekend? Going out?
Fuck.
Going outside? Are we?
All we want in quarantine is attention. So before we launch into our Memorial Day weekends, we want to let everybody know that we're going to be adding a second release on Friday for everyone. We're starting this week. Whether we do answer questions or do a game show or
Hell yeah.
whatever we decide, it will now be released in a standalone episode before your busy weekends.
So please enjoy.
Get that Friday action.
Yeah, listen to it before you come to our stream.
We only stream on days that we release episodes.
Pretty much.
So if we want to start adding a third streaming day, guess what? A third episode.
That's how it works.
That's what you fucks are getting.
Another one.
We're gonna trim this all down. We're gonna have like 18 episodes, each at 6
Yeah.
minutes apiece. It'll all be Quibi size. It'll make sense.
Just the
It's
robot
brilliant.
chicken of podcasts and everything terrible that comes with that.
I was about to say, saying something is the robot chicken of podcast is something that would have made 7th grade me really into it, but today's me really turned off by it. So
One of our releases is just us giving Bo a handful of weed gummies and just hitting record.
Ooh, okay. I thought that was gonna be us giving it Bo a hand job.
Oh, no. Audio format. Come on. Zach?
There's some good ASMR potential there, I think.
I like Bo's argument. Like, no, let him.
Yeah, let's puzzle this out. Let's talk about the logistics of this, or dare I say, the logistics. I'm very sorry.
Well, someone has to elect themselves to give you a hand job, and, well...
Dennis.
I mean, it doesn't have to be just the one. It's a group. What is this? Is this Marin? Come on, we're teen boys.
That's basically Bo's plan for Memorial Day weekend.
Mhm.
Get a
already,
hand
so.
job for Mark Marin. Yes, that is the plan.
I was going to say, Bo's dick's long enough for all three of our hands anyway, so...
Yeah, totally.
Hmm.
And Mark Maron's too. Why not throw him in
Yeah,
there?
just like a 45-inch penis right there.
How big are your hands? Where 3 hands is 45 inches? That is. What
Like I
NFL wide
said,
receiver hands are you
We
dealing
will sort
with
out
here?
specific
Like,
measurements and such later at a later date.
Have you not seen Mark Maron's hands? They're enormous.
I can't say I've had the pleasure of staring at Mark Maron's hands,
Mhm.
wondering like, is this the moment? Is this how he got so famous?
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Glendale. I've definitely run into him.
Well, I'm glad that you live so close to all of these
Movers and shakers.
Yeah. That's just, that's where it happens. Dennis, you're there where it goes down.
Pretty much.
So
Culture happens here.
so tell us what's what's gonna be the big thing Memorial Day weekend. How many shootings, Dennis?
Oh my
we
God.
need to know.
It's California, so we're probably not gonna have that many shootings. We don't have assault rifles here, but I can guarantee you that there are gonna probably be stabbings at the beach.
Ooh.
That's good.
I mean-
It's progress.
Is that what your are those your plans, or is that
Oh no,
just,
because the beaches are still legally closed, except in my county of Orange County. The sheriff has said that he's not going to enforce any laws. So, oh, that's great.
There we go.
My Memorial Day weekend is probably going to be, or my Memorial Day is probably going to be me, I don't know, maybe like probably eating like mushrooms or something, but like a portobello mushroom, like a portobello burger. Grill that.
Yeah.
damn.
If anyone's wondering if that turned into the other kind of mushrooms, since this is coming out Tuesday, ask Dennis what he was up to that Monday, just to figure out, see if he's fully recovered.
Hey, it's LA, baby. It's a trip all the time.
Hey, New York, the Big Apple, Hollywood.
Holly weird,
silver
am I right,
screen.
boys?
Whoa! What won't this guy say? Fucking kill me! I have been inside all day.
Are you gonna stay inside over your Monday holiday?
I mean,
though?
obviously, yeah. I'm just gonna
Mhm.
fucking like jerk off and play video games, like the king's choice.
Mhm.
Like
I mean,
but-
you have a kitty to take care of too.
I do, yeah,
a baby, a child.
yeah. A small animal that like relies on me for sustenance that I'm gonna ignore and play World of Warcraft for 20 hours straight.
How dare you, Bo?
The king's
That's called
choice.
good
I said.
parenting, Bo. I agree.
Well, that's good. I think I'm gonna grill chicken and pork and make coleslaw because it's Texas.
I mean, I'm not against a coleslaw. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well,
I like slaw and
Uh,
tacos. That's good.
and Takis?
Tacos. It's a Mexican
Oh, okay.
thing.
I was gonna
God,
say,
slaw and
putting
Takis is such a high person idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll try it.
like sprinkle Takis over slaw. I would. It actually sounds amazing. Holy
As a
shit.
garnish, yes.
Oh my god! You yeah, like the garnish isn't half of what you.
No.
We all eat like half crouton salads, right? Like the
Right, I
crouton
was
is
gonna-
not a garnish.
I was gonna say the Takis are going to be the croutons in this coleslaw, which is like probably legally a salad in 45 states.
Absolutely, it's a slaw, which is like what
It's
is a
mostly
salad
vegetables.
if not another kind of slaw?
A salad is just a lazy slaw. You didn't take the time to
like, chop anything up or really
julienne
mix it
the
in.
ingredients.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, here's it's like if you said like coleslaw, but it's like just here's a whole fucking carrot, like fucking there you go.
And you even put the fucking dressing on the side. Like, what kind of lazy piece of shit doesn't
What kind of
taste their
fucking
slaw?
asshole?
Just
what
doesn't
kind
have,
of
like-
what kind of scumbag?
Doesn't have your like greens swimming in mayonnaise.
This is what people are tuning in for. The salad discourse.
I mean, we can see if they're actually staying tuned in.
Yeah, the
for
analytics
the
just
hot
fucking
slaw
like, oh, they're
talk.
fucking talking about coleslaw again this episode. Fuck this.
Again?
Yeah.
They skip ahead 4
Have you
minutes,
not been
more
listening to
slaw
the
talk.
show, Dennis?
My God.
always,
It's fucking coleslaw every day, baby.
always these boys in their mayo discourse.
Yeah, so in Wyoming, they're doing strip clubs that are mask on, clothes off. Which I mean, like, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's the real way to do Memorial Day. What do the good people of this country, I assume good people, fucking give their blood and their cum and their lives for, if not this. Wyoming specifically. I don't care about the strip club part. Specifically Wyoming.
Right.
This is the best kind of ABC party.
I was gonna say is like I don't know the strip club rules in Wyoming, but this almost sounds like it could work out in California too. You do have to maintain like enough distance between you and the strippers anyway.
There you go.
I think it's the enclosed space thing though. That's the thing that weirds me out. And we have weird
It's the enclosed
buffets.
space thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the enclosed space thing, and it's also all the strippers. Someone just comes in and sneezes on all of them. That's your job.
Mm-hmm. Outdoor
Getting-
strip club maybe.
It's called a music festival. Dennis.
Gone are the days of the smoky parlors where gentlemen gather together to
All you can eat buffet for $3.99.
Yeah, with like dimmed lights. Like there's lots of good, lots of they've installed skylights in. There's fans blowing. There's all sorts of the air carriers are moving air that's circulating. There's lots of life. It's very vibrant in the strip clubs now.
Have you seen all the buffet discourse that's been taking place?
I have not.
Oh yeah, boomers are incredibly mad about it. It's really funny that there's that fucking post going around that's like, goddamn Golden Corral not giving me my goddamn buffet, and it's like cafeteria style now, which even that is kind of like, that's
Disgusting.
still a boomer core restaurant format. Yeah, like it's going to fucking like Luby's or something, and being mad that you can't just.
Luby's.
Yeah, being mad that you can't grab again the king's choice of side dishes, coleslaw, with your bare goddamn hands and shovel it into your face right out of the fucking warming tray or
I
whatever it's in.
demand to be able to cough on food that someone else is about to get. as
Yeah,
well.
sneeze guards are liberal bullshit. Like it's really it's a limitation on my rights as an American that I can't open mouth like child cough into the macaroni and cheese that's been sitting out since 8 a.m.
And then just lick your finger, stick it in, and just make figure eights in it because you love the feeling of the mac and cheese.
God, that's so erotic. Yeah.
That's just them looking back at their good old days in high school when they used to be able to go to the cafeteria before they got their grown-up job, right? Like that is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Looking
Good
back
thing
at the
Michelle Obama changed all of that with her food program, right?
yeah,
Yep.
goddamn liberals.
Goddamn liberals, man. They keep fucking up our Golden Corral.
I just want to go back to the days where I can go to like a Piggly Wiggly, roll up a sleeve, and like dip my hand in a giant pickle vat and pick out a pickle. What happened to those days?
They blindfold you, and if you get the Pickle Rick pickle, you win a t-shirt.
Yeah, just fully
Oh,
like,
Piggly
God.
Wiggly Rick!
just shoulder deep
the
in this
funny-
to grab.
funniest shit I've
I think
ever
Bo
seen.
got jumped at a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, you got jumped at the Cracker Barrel, with your hand in the barrel. You got caught with your pants down and your hand in the barrel.
That's not all that was in the barrel.
Yeah, Bo.
It's
Bo just like drilled a little tiny hole for himself. Actually, a big hole. Remember, 45 inches.
That's right,
absolutely
45
that's-
inches.
which is now podcast canon.
Well, no, and I have to also podcast canon. 45 inches around.
Ooh.
Hence the barrel.
Average size dick, like six or so inches length, but
Just an
Otherwise-
absolute blunderbuss of a hog. Yeah.
it's a cheese wheel there.
God damn. That is truly horrific.
There's
but
someone
apparently-
who's just thinking like, I wouldn't say horrific exactly.
Yeah,
I call that a challenge.
I'm sure that's someone's thing.
it definitely is.
But I guess not as horrific, apparently, as Apple with their latest update, adding an API for contact tracing apps.
Disgusting. Horrible.
They want to know everything that you do, everywhere you've been, the people you've come in contact with, the things that you've searched in Amazon, what's in your cart on eBay. Oh, wait, that's advertising. Hang on.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
a lot of this sounds like it could already be a thing. Like, okay, so hear me out. And, I, again, am technologically illiterate other than, like, getting ancient video games running, mostly thanks to GOG or whatever. But, so, say, me and my buddy, both avid Apple fans, we go to the same, again, Cracker Barrel, because where else do the hip young kids hang out? and we fucking connect to the Wi-Fi at Cracker Barrel, which we all know Cracker Barrel is famous for. I mean, wouldn't the fucking location data from that like already be attainable by some sort of application or app, if you will?
Almost like a map of some kind.
Yeah, a map app.
Yeah, or like
I'm sure that's good
some sort
audio.
of API that we could repurpose, such as one that Google owns.
Yeah,
You
like
know, paragon of keeping our information safe. Google.
yeah,
Right.
like fucking
Google.
there's your contract. Blah. There's your fucking contract trace. I can't do that. I can't say that right. There's your people checking software right there. You know.
Yeah.
There she
I mean,
goes. She did it, everyone.
I mean, I guess they're making it so that because there have been a slew of like contact tracing apps that have come out,
Yeah.
hmm
so they're just making it easier for all these apps that are being designed now to talk to each other, I guess.
Right. I think that's the thing. Like there is like a COVID-19 one already, and I don't know if it's like based on. I know that I was like it was advertised to me by like my county, but I don't know if it's through my county. I doubt it is because my county doesn't give a shit about anyone here. But no, yeah, these things have already existed. It's just going to be easier now.
Yeah.
It's
What
that
happened to the-
horrifying realization of like, oh, but now they're just doing it like publicly as opposed to secretly, or you know,
Mhm.
thing that they need to operate with an
Ugh.
element of shame to it.
Mhm.
This is truly like the free market provides moment. Like, oh well, we won't do any contact tracing like they've done in Japan actually for years because they trace down influenza to make sure that people don't spread the fucking flu and kill old people in Japan because they actually
Because they got a lot of
treat-
old people.
illnesses
That
like
is the
they're
most
real.
like Japan thing ever. Like the government's tracking your every movement to make sure that old people aren't getting the flu. Like, ah.
because the flu kills. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean they do have a huge like a very aged population, so they don't necessarily want
Well,
they don't
yeah,
want
but
everyone
like
to die.
what the U.S. would use it for is, you know, for automatically just trying to assert that every minority group is part of some radicalized terror cell.
I was gonna say yeah,
Like,
like
that's-
redlining via algorithm.
Yeah, I was like I mean they've done this before, but instead of like using the flu, they used crack cocaine.
Yeah, exactly.
They went from
Yeah.
0 to
What
100.
if crack was an app?
Crack, only it's without the K. It's just CRAC. Like, hey,
Oh,
everyone.
Is that not what cracks.com was?
Oh,
No.
R.I.P.
Wow.
R.I.P.
Yeah, unlike you know, the one thing, cracked.com is no longer good, so
Yeah. It's
crack
Uh,
I'm a big fan of myself, but cracked.com no longer does it for me.
Yeah.
yeah, I like that everyone's really freaked out about wearing masks and yet like the least intrusive way to actually trace, you know, actually do pandemic response is contact tracing and then making sure that those specific people stay at home.
Oh yeah, well
And,
everybody's
you know-
like, "Oh, 5G, fucking, you know, Bill Gates is going to put us, you know, full of chips that track where we are." Like you have a fucking thing in your pocket that is nothing but chips that track where you are. Like fucking god.
I mean, and they're
Normal
also
country.
using like and they're broadcasting it on YouTube, owned by Google.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like it's not like you're also who gives a shit about where you are? Like which of the many Cracker Barrels in your fucking, you know, suburban hell that you live in, like like nobody is that interested. Like all they're going to do is, you know, look through your fucking Sam's Club purchases and be like, "Oh, do you want to buy more fucking bulk golf balls? Here you go, asshole."
This episode was brought to you by Cracker Barrel.
How many people do you think also got like caught up in that weird banned video craze from a couple weeks ago where they're like, oh, look, this video is banned, but it turns out it's the name of Alex Jones's newest project that's just called Banned.
Oh
And-
god. Yeah, everyone's already like losing their absolute shit over having to wear a fucking mask. Like imagine
That woman
imagine-
who went in wearing a bikini made of nothing but masks.
Terrible.
God, it was,
Terrible.
Or those three like Karens who were like told, I think it was like in a Whole Foods, hey, you can't be shopping here without a mask, and they pull off their panties, and so like and put their panties over their face as a mask, so now they're just smelling pussy and like ass the entire time while they're shopping. They were just being nasty. Like
I was gonna say, is that how Japan did it?
no, that happened somewhere over here. But they were just. Here's the thing: that was just their kink. Like that, they wanted to be told that they couldn't like walk in. They're like, "Ooh, how about I do this because I'm naughty."
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Bo's over there in the corner, just jerking off his cheese with a dick.
I mean, it's no Cracker Barrel, but fucking in desperate times, am I right?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even use this method to combat coronavirus early on when we could have and prevented the entire pandemic.
Yeah.
And we're actually so bad at recognizing the benefits of contact tracing or location, or posting our location online that there's actually news that came up about how a popular beer app, which people use as like a social media platform to talk about beers they like and post them,
Which,
been
I mean,
used.
like, on a surface value, that just sounds like an absolutely coked up, cracked up CRAC idea.
Yeah. So if I may speak from a point of expertise here, as a white male between the ages of 21 and ... who's absolutely insufferable in every way, I have used this app in the past. It's called Untapped, and it's exactly as you described it. Like it's fucking Foursquare, but for beers. Like you check in to be like, oh, this is how I'm destroying my liver this fine Wednesday morning. And yeah, basically members of the US military and the CIA were posting their locations from like classified areas to fucking Untapped.
Hell yes. Praxis for Untapped.
Absolutely.
It's the latest Chinese software.
Thank you, Comrade Untapped, for doing your best to undo the fucking US military industrial complex.
China was trying really hard. They did that hashtag on Instagram. It was intelligence agency members of Instagram, but it didn't really work out as well as the fucking beer app.
I guarantee you, if they tried it on TikTok, shut up. It would be
trade over
just
there on
fucking-
TikTok.
Oh yeah, I love that TikTok. But yeah, no, do it on TikTok, and all these fucking idiots are absolutely, because I feel like 90% of TikToks I see are like either cops or like military people just being terrible.
Well, like the thing is, like a majority of these military guys are, and CIA people. Like we try to think that the CIA people are like smart. They're not. They're all just like those hot dog neck like jerks who like made fun of you in high school and were just like the averages.
Except for Spencer, our CIA guy who's monitoring this Discord call.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
Spencer.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Spencer.
But like
There's
my
a guy named
brother.
Spencer right now who's just like, what the fuck is
Shitting
happening?
his pants, I hope. Yeah. Well, okay, so that's the thing too. The article says like it's not even like a technical thing. Like, so in other instances, photographs of beers posted by Untapped users contain snippets of U.S. government employee badges, sensitive or classified documents, and even credit card and other personal information.
Oh,
like,
that's so good.
God.
it's fucking great, right? Like, you're trying to like impress. Yeah, you're trying to impress the fucking, the great wide internet by going like, oh, look at this, revolver blood and the honey that I picked up. Like, isn't this fucking nifty and out there? And
Bo is speaking
meanwhile,
from a place
fucking
of deep personal experience here.
dude, fuck that beer. Like, fuck that beer. Like,
Is this April 17th through 20th, 1961? Because it sounds like the all of the. Oh, I lost that one. I was making a Bay of Pigs reference because
There you
that
go.
also failed. And they failed
like
to
this joke.
like this joke, and also like the members that use this failed to have basic OPSEC.
Damn
We're
right,
just-
yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, just to scale it, the fucking Venezuela thing recently backfired because those assholes were posting on Twitter about it. Like, one more step of legitimacy is the army, right?
Not
And so
just,
instead they go to Untapped instead of Twitter. Like, there you go.
yeah, not just tweeting about it though. They added the president, like the literally the most powerful person on the planet. They added also one of the
for
most
now.
online people on the planet.
I fucking
And
love it. I
and
love this
didn't
dumb
didn't get a
goddamn
single
country.
reply. Didn't get a single like from that guy. So they're simping for no reason.
Ugh.
Jesus.
Suffer not the simp to live.
How do we do so many terrible, shitty things, but like by being, and yet we're still this terrible at doing them good?
That's just America, baby.
Yeah, that's America, baby. We
Yeah.
just fucking idiot our way through history.
Yeah,
It's like
trip on your dick to the top.
Absolutely.
That's Bo's his trajectory on this podcast.
I've got that printed on a fucking Letterman jacket. Like, it's trip on your dick all the way to the top.
Oh man, well, I guess over there in California, apply the logic to the homeless people that everyone hates so much.
Mhm.
Really bad at fixing the problem or quietly doing away with them. But there was a huge fire at a warehouse on Fisherman's Wharf recently in San Francisco, and the entire there was the whole building is just flames from the pictures.
Oh yeah, it's quite a
it
sight
spread
to
to
see.
several buildings actually, and almost got a D-Day ship. There is a D-Day ship there in San Francisco that is on display that they secured and saved, but definitely a lot of homeless people, presumably inside of those buildings, that they have not started pulling the bodies out yet. So
Right. It's so great that we were able to save this warship. This speaks volumes to San Francisco, because this happened a few years ago now, but there was that famous like open letter that Google employee wrote that was like, I can't even bring my family around the city because of all the homeless people. And it's like, get the fuck out of this city. Like, here's the thing. I don't like San Francisco. Sorry. I'm from SoCal. This is where it really is. But San Francisco is like well known for having like a pretty like empowered homeless population that like is like protected. But then as soon as Silicon Valley kind of moved in and really changed the landscape of the area, like they've done every measure that they can to eradicate the homeless people from San Francisco, and it's honestly, it's not shocking at all. Like, this screams San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. You don't really expect techno-fascism to arrive wearing a polo with the fucking company logo on the chest and shorts at the office because we're cool like that. But I mean, what better way for it to manifest, right?
Right, exactly. And it honestly couldn't have happened. Like, if this fire had happened and no one was harmed, that'd be great because Fisherman's Wharf is honestly the most disgusting part of San Francisco. It smells like a dead fish, and
Like
it's
fish.
a tourist trap. So it's even better. But unfortunately, it does sound like many people might have lost their lives because they were probably sheltering in place as they were told to. And way to go, San Francisco. You're just doing the state proud again.
techno
Shots fired.
manufacturing consent.
There you
The
go.
shining city on a hill is what San Francisco is.
Mm,
Now it's only shining
glowing
because it's
even.
currently on blaze. Exactly. So
Thanks, San Francisco.
Mhm. Gotta love you.
I mean, that's even what's really great is that I'm sure that we wouldn't have heard about this if this wasn't the touristy area, if this wasn't just
Like if this happened in like the Mission, absolutely not. This like we would not have heard about this. The Mission
if
is
it hadn't
it's also a
if it hadn't-
place where a bunch of like black and brown people live. Definitely would
if it
have heard
hadn't
about
threatened a historical D-Day landing ship or whatever the fuck.
it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know that we have, we have all the refineries, and there are days where shit just blows up in Houston.
Mm-hmm. But if it doesn't hit your wharf, does it matter?
It doesn't matter as long as the battleship Texas is not damaged.
Not my wharf, not my problem.
Mhm.
That's what I say. Oh God! Oh no! What
The
happened?
fire is spreading. Someone help, please God.
The virus set fire to my DuPont plant.
Oh no, all my slaves in my DuPont plant.
Yep, my underpaid workers.
DuPont Plantation, you missed it.
Oh, there we go.
Mm.
Damn. Well, cancel the episode. We're done.
More like DuPont plantation marijuana. Okay.
Mhm. There you go. I guess, yeah.
Baby steps, babe. You got this.
This is
God
not a
fucking
good.
damn it.
This is not a good weed strain. Baby steps.
Giant
That one
steps,
was-
on the other hand.
But speaking of baby steps, NASA's confirmed that there are parallel universes.
We've taken baby steps towards the confirmation, I guess.
I mean, that's all physics is. It's just baby steps. But
Mhm.
now they have to write a whole headline. Massive breaking news. NASA has confirmed that there might be, theoretically, within the mathematical model that we currently have that we're using, the presumably, from what we understand it to be, the idea of
All right,
parallel
Justin Roiland,
universes
get on with it.
existing. And it was just that happened, and there's just kind of no follow up now.
Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's not nearly as big a story as NASA wants us to believe, but I think that this is very good guerrilla marketing for the new Tenet movie from Christopher Nolan, and I can really get on board with that. So
NASA's like, see, we're doing just fine. Please don't move to Austin, Tesla. We do not want you any closer than we have to be. You already come down here to shoot your fucking rockets off or whatever.
Assholes.
Yeah, truly. But I
In
guess
a parallel universe, they're already there, though. Oh.
Whoa.
I guess
Yeah.
that is weird, though, to think that there is a parallel universe where China is communist and a parallel universe where China is not communist. So,
Whoa.
I mean,
Whoa.
we're
There's a
we're
parallel
really able
universe.
to figure out, what side of the dice we're rolling to.
Yeah,
based
weirdly
on
enough, the government in China runs exactly the same in both universes. Who would have known?
Whoa.
that.
Didn't know I was coming on the Joe Rogan experience this week. Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, the parallel universe where Elon Musk has already landed on Mars and decided that it sucks.
The parallel universe where all of the forced diamond miners over in South Africa killed Elon Musk's father, so we're not having to deal with his fucking bullshit.
God,
This
if
Titan
only.
AE baby.
The parallel universe where Bo's dick is like a normal size.
Ooh.
And not freakishly rotund and fucking,
Yeah.
Tommy gun drum shaped.
Yeah, there is a parallel universe where
Post dick just looks like every grandmother's old cookie jar where they keep their sewing supplies.
oh no.
And you can also take the top off too. It pops right off too.
Oh yeah, it's fully featured.
Yeah, that weird date question of are you cut? Well, yes and no. Let me explain.
But yeah, I guess that does kind of tie into this piece, this think piece done on QAnon.
Yeah, I mean, because there is a world then where this is a reality. And this
Yeah.
is the realm of possibility of where
Instead
JFK
of-
Jr. really is Q.
Yeah, instead of this universe where QAnon's totally on the money, but it's just capitalism. It's just
How-
that's where the pedophiles are.
Yeah, how much does that fucking suck, by the way, when it's just like, okay, so listen, there is actually a pedophile island run by a cabal, okay? Yeah, you were right on some things, Q. But the rest, though, the context for it that you've built, that's the ridiculous part here. Because, I mean...
Right, they're so close. They're so close to just hitting the nail on the head, but then they just go ahead and whack their thumb instead.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, but did you guys know that at Epstein Island, this is 100% true. I don't know how to explain it. At Epstein Island, there is a boat, like a food delivery boat, that visits Epstein Island and sits like between the other island as well, because I'm assuming there are lots of rich people that just drive boats out there all the time, and the boat is run by a couple and they just make pizzas.
No.
Yes.
No, that's too on the
Yes.
nose.
It's like you can't
You can't make this shit up,
explain
folks.
that. You can't explain that. And
Well,
it's
and more specifically, how do you explain that to someone from QAnon? Like, how can you say you're wrong? Well, okay, you were right on this like huge big thing. Also, like there is magical pizza boat right in the middle of
Like-
nowhere.
Like it's so weird to say that Occam's razor is so close to their weird fantasy, but then they just get that last part wrong.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Like,
like
Donald Trump is not like your guy on the inside fighting the pedophile deep state or whatever. Like, he's on record as saying like some pretty pedophile-y shit.
About his own child too. Like,
Yeah.
do not forget, it was his
Yeah.
own child.
yep. It's I mean, what is there? The collective unconscious, or we understand the universe in ways that we don't understand, and we kind of collectively know that our rulers are these disgusting, terrible people. Or it's like maybe those CIA dudes that are idiots and use the beer app, like realized that they had to make something really stupid sounding to preempt all of this stuff coming out.
I mean, I thought it has been like there's enough evidence to show that QAnon is probably like some left wing grift from like just someone really trolling, not even like quote unquote left wing, but some like weirdo who was like this'll probably not spiral out of control.
Well, I mean,
Well, that's the thing, right? It started on 4chan, yeah.
And
Yeah.
It was
4chan
just
is all
some dude
anonymous,
with a trip code.
and it's
Right.
like a meme.
Incredibly
like anybody,
leftist website 4chan.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. No, and it's like a meme, and anybody can post as an anon, and so anons just write these elaborate stories, and like
Right.
it's like they either got it really close by accident, or they knew enough to tell it as mythology. Like Q is mythology almost for us, right?
I mean, it literally is like a legend at this point.
God, Paul Bunyan. Oh my fucking god.
Paul Bunyan, Area 51, QAnon, the three great American stories.
Ugh. I'm gonna kill myself.
Have you any of you run into any QAnoners in real life?
My mother's a QAnon person. Yeah, dude.
My-
Like,
My
it's in my blood.
my neighbors are, and
Oof.
Oh,
here's the bad thing.
Yeah?
I didn't. Okay, so my neighbors who are QAnon are my white trash neighbors who abuse one another.
Fun.
They're a heterosexual couple, so like I just assume that that's like for the
Par for
norm.
the course, yeah.
Yeah, par for the course. And here's the unfortunate thing. Like I don't talk to any of my neighbors, but here's the unfortunate thing. My my Apple TV is labeled gay Satanist TV. So it's great. And then the this password has now been changed. But my Wi-Fi password was at one point pizza party.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There you
Oh,
go.
no.
You're on the inside and you don't even know it, man.
Yep. Did you all know that I'm I am definitely one of these cabal members?
Yeah, you're right there at the fucking Eyes Wide Shut party with Hillary Clinton.
They've
Like-
already fucking infiltrated this podcast. You cannot trust any news anywhere, is what we're
Yep.
saying.
I'm secretly actually a billionaire, and I'm sitting on a
Jesus.
pile of bones right now.
Yeah. I think we have friends.
They're baby bones though, so it's kind of like wrestling on marshmallows.
Yeah.
Oof.
Mhm.
It's very soft, very comfy.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
all just like the soft spot. Like I made sure that that's right there, right where my right where my lumbar sits is the soft spot.
You know,
Just
the
the
most
latest-
delicious part of the baby.
Yeah,
That's
it's
where
the
the
latest in
adrenochrome is.
mattress firm technology that they have. Proper lumbar support based on baby femurs. Give it a try.
There you go.
Yeah, it's I mean, I hopefully we don't all know one, but someone who believes in Q, but like
We all know somebody who
Yeah.
knows somebody who believes in QAnon.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
it's I think the Atlantic posted an article about the Atlantic posted an article about how the QAnon movement is kind of a thriving religious movement that's spawned here in America.
It was
And-
the week, not
No, the Atlantic did write one.
Oh, they did too.
but-
Okay.
They did, yes. But this article we have is from the week, and it
Mhm.
kind of is talking about it a little less boring, less boring way than the Atlantic does.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
'cause-
kind of it's hitting on all of that, sitting on this idea that this is a conspiracy born not of failure but of victory, because it popped up after Donald Trump won presidency, and it does have it references prophecy and religion a lot,
Right.
Mhm.
and it like spreads kind of the same way, and has spread specifically to like the religious right, maybe starting out as satire, the good and useful tool that we have for combating every
Societal ill.
yeah. Satire,
You
very
see, it's the jester who is able to lampoon reality that holds the most power. Oh God, the king has killed the jester. Oh no, this isn't how
I'm the
society
jester,
works
baby.
at all. Who would possibly think
Well-
this fucking moron had any real say?
But yeah, I mean that's the thing,
we live in the Zack
Mhm.
Snyder cut.
Oh no. Yeah, it really is weird to see like it evolve from like, average conspiracy theory to like,
Yeah,
like,
if
a very
anyone's like
cultish thing.
really interested, and I really hope you are, this summer I'm working on the scripts, but QAnon is going to be part of the summer of conspiracy theories over on our YouTube. It's going to start off with John C. Lilly, just because he's a weirdo, and also partly where our name comes from. But I'm pondering whether or not I'm going to tackle QAnon. It is a huge topic, but they'll definitely show up because they've showed up everywhere in every conspiracy theory, even like the moon landing and flat Earth and everything.
Yeah.
They've just
well, that's the
taken
thing, too.
all of the conspiracy theories, because conspiracy theories are like pop culture mythology at this point.
Right.
And
Well,
this is the
yeah,
latest
even
mythology.
more so though. It's kind of like it's one of the more Lego-y conspiracy theories. It's a bit like like the kind of big anti-Semitism one, where it's like, oh yeah, Jews are secretly running everything. To what end? Who knows? But trust me, it's very nefarious.
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear ever again that disparate, decentralized organization never works. You know why? 4chan is an anonymous message board. This was not built by one person. This was built by lots of people without any contact, creating this mythology. And
QAnon, the anarchist, standard. Yeah,
QAnon
absolutely.
is proof
The
that
anarchist
anarchy
crockpot.
works. Okay, this is the anarchist crockpotin.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I'm ending this call.
We're vetoing that one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just proof that anarchy works, and that we don't need a centralized government to do anything. Like, what happens when you have centralized governments? Pedophiles. What happens when you have decentralized organization? Pedophile hunters.
There you go.
There you go,
I-
folks. We figured
Yeah.
it out.
Also, definitely interesting to say pedophile hunters and 4chan as the same entity there.
I mean, at this point, it becomes a snake eating its own tail.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
They're an Ouroboros of pedophilia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouroboros
the people.
of pedophilia. What a hell of an episode title.
Yeah, one that
Honestly.
will never get on the
Get that sweet
past the Apple
SEO
censor.
going.
Oh yeah, sure. Like Apple actually puts us in their algorithm yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it's a very apt way to put it. I mean, there's well, you can't fight it because there's nothing to fight here either. It's even worse. So,
Mhm.
Woo!
yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you know, that non scientific thought clearly like clear conspiracy theory is just
Free
is
and
become-
clear, if you will.
free and clear conspiracy has just become uncompatible in a way that is flattening my brain as we speak.
Can
I
we
mean,
do that,
yeah,
by the
that's the
way? Can
thing.
we make like Scientologists and QAnon go head to head against each other?
I would
It's
love to
like-
see that showdown. Yeah.
Look, we already know that that the Mormons are that the Mormon army is gathering for the storm. So
Yeah.
there's a storm gathering in the east. It's the Mormons and Scientology versus QAnon.
Yeah. No, I mean that's really the thing though, is like how do you go about deprogramming somebody from this? Because like obviously with other cults, like there are ways to go about it, but it's so not a cult, so to speak. But it is, but it's not, and it's just it's America.
I would
Yay.
love to ask like a cult expert or like a therapist who deals with people like if this is something that is like deprogrammable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know anything because when I was doing my podcast about cults and was looking for counter cult resources, most of them are gone.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
Makes you wonder maybe if they got taken down because they were getting too close to the truth.
Hmm.
Yeah, no,
Or-
that would be the real wild thing is you go in like you schedule like a quick like Zoom call, like you've had to like go to several different people to find somebody who it fits their schedule just to ask them this one question, and you get on with this deprogramming based therapist, and they're like, oh no, yeah, all this Q shit's real, man, like look into it.
God damn it. That would be my luck. That would be my luck.
Yep. Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean,
amazing.
I'm just going to become a QAnon Scientologist. I think that's going to be what 2020 quarantine has in store for me.
The two genders.
Yeah, I'm
QAnon
just going
and
to call it the
Scientology.
Orantine now, so I don't disrespect Q.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Q nonce.
Okay,
Jesus.
that's good. That's
Yep,
great.
yep. I don't think we're
Mhm.
going to be able to top that one, boys.
But
Absolutely
you
not.
can top Bo if you join our Patreon.
I mean, you certainly can't bottom for me with that, with the fucking
Yeah.
weird thing I got going on. But
Yeah.
this is a terrible running joke.
No,
If you
Especially
have
since
made
we
it
can't
this
run
far,
with it.
if you've made it past this joke for the 6th time, you are a true comrade, and we want to thank you
Thank
for
you.
sticking around. We'd like to
Dicking
shout out.
around.
Ooh. We would like to shout out all of our patrons, especially Scott for contributing to our dialectical tier. Thank you, Scott. And
Yeah.
Spencer, David, and Adelaide for contributing to our Devil's Advocate tier. Y'all help us keep the show running. Let us know how you liked our latest Patreon exclusive episode, Bustin' Dynamics. And if you'd like to become a patron and access our bonus content, you can do that for just $1 a month. $1 a month. We also, we have other content that we push out, specifically our Twitch stream. We have YouTube videos that we try to make about once a month with Dennis.
yeah.
Hopefully we'll expand that in the future. What
Mhm.
other stuff do we have coming out?
Let's see. Sports radio's still happening every week on the YouTube. The Garbage In, Garbage Out, the film review, pop culture-y kind of bullshit show, is still plugging along on its own RSS feed. We covered Scoob last week. We're going to cover The Lovebirds this week, which I thought genuinely was like a bullshit rom-com thing, and then it turned into this it's a comedy movie that's still, rom-com-y, but it ends with like an Eyes Wide Shut style situation. So I was so
Okay.
on board with that kind of shit. Speaking of QAnon, I guess there's a
yeah.
lot swirling around in my brain. Is my point. But yeah. So feel free and check those out too if you're still craving content. And then also, I mean, we're gonna be pushing out the game for Friday, so people can also look forward to that just immediately.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is normally where you would get the game, but you don't get it this week. You have to come back. You have to come crawling back to us.
You have to sit and wait patiently because the analytics said that people stopped listening after this point, and we can't blame them.
Oh, are you saying that they aren't going to look forward to a 7th Bo's dick joke? Come on now.
Tune in to the bonus
No,
episode for
because
more
the
fucking,
episode would
yeah.
be too long.
Oh,
Just like Bo's dick. All right, Kelton, get us the fuck out of here.
Okay, y'all. Deuces. Thanks for listening to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. Check out our link tree in the show notes so you can join our Discord and subreddit and become a part of the community. Find our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Word of mouth is still the best way for us to bring this weird leftist show to as many people as we possibly can, so if you like the episode, please share it with someone. Anyone. Just one other person at your school or office or parole hearing who you think might like what we do. We trust your judgment. Be sure to join us every week for Destiny Tuesdays on our Discord, the PDLR Fantasy Sports Show Thursdays on our YouTube channel, and Variety Game Night Fridays on Twitch. That just about covers it. All right, we love you. Bye.